So, an African safari is on your bucket list, right? I bet you can already feel it, that pull towards those huge open landscapes and, of course, the incredible wildlife. But let's be real, where do you even begin? Well, that's what we're here for. We're going to break down everything you need to know to plan that first, absolutely unforgettable adventure. So let's dive in.
Yeah, I mean, who isn't dreaming of that? Seriously, the thought of seeing lions, elephants, giraffes just out there in their own world. It's what dreams are made of. But, taking that dream and making it happen, that can feel a little daunting. So, let's make it super simple.
All right, first things first, let's start with the absolute basics. You hear the word safari all the time, right? But what does it actually mean to go on one? Because I can tell you it is so much more than just a trip. It's a whole experience.
Yeah, this is not a passive thing, It's not like looking at animals behind glass. A safari is an active, really thrilling journey. The best way to think about it is like you're diving headfirst into the wild heart of Africa. You're completely immersed in everything around you, and believe me, you're going to make memories that will stick with you forever.
So why should this be your next big adventure? Well, the reasons are pretty incredible. Obviously, you get these once-in-a-lifetime chances to see wildlife up close. But it goes way deeper. You get to have these amazing cultural experiences, and you really, truly connect with nature. And the best part? You're doing it all with these super experienced guides who know the land, they know the animals, they've got your back.
Okay, so you're on board with the why. Perfect. But now for the big one. Where? I mean, Africa is a massive continent. Picking just one country can feel like a huge challenge. But honestly, this is where the fun part of the planning really starts.
This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? The truth is, the best country for your first safari really just depends on what you want to see and what you want to do. So let's break down 3 of the top choices for first-timers to help you figure it out.
Okay, looking at it like this really helps, right? So if you're picturing that epic scene from a nature documentary, the Great Migration with millions of wildebeest, then you're thinking Kenya and Tanzania, no question. Now, if you want something that's maybe a bit more accessible, especially if you've got family with you, South Africa and Kruger National Park are famous for spotting the Big Five. It's a classic for a reason. But if you want a totally different vibe, something maybe a bit more luxurious with amazing water-based safaris, oh man, Botswana's Okavango Delta it's breathtaking.
All right, so once you've kind of narrowed down a where, the next huge piece of the puzzle is when. And trust me on this, timing is everything for a safari. The seasons can completely change the whole experience.
So this is really all about trade-offs, and there's no wrong answer. You've got the dry season, which is roughly June to October. This is peak season for a reason, right? The vegetation is thinner, and animals all gather around the waterholes, which makes spotting them way easier. But you can't just write off the green season. The landscape is lush and just bursting with color. You see tons of baby animals, and, big plus, there are fewer tourists and prices are often lower. So it really just depends on what's most important to you.
Okay, let's talk about your safari style. And no, I'm not talking about your khaki outfits, although that's important too. I'm talking about the type of experience you're looking for, which honestly is mostly about where you'll be staying.
So what's it going to be? You can go for pure comfort, pure adventure, or somewhere in between. A luxury lodge? We're talking top-tier comfort, amazing food, maybe even a spa treatment after a long day out in the bush. Then there are tented camps, which are my personal favorite. They give you that authentic, close-to-nature feeling, but they're still super comfortable. Or if you're a true adventurer, you could do a mobile safari, where your camp actually moves with you. You get a new view and a new experience every few days. How cool is that? Okay, deep breaths. You've got the where, the when, and the how. The big pieces are in place. So now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. What to do when you're actually there. Here are some absolutely essential tips to make sure your first safari is everything you've dreamed of and more. Think of this as your must-do checklist. And look, some of these might sound like common sense, but they are so important. Keeping quiet in the vehicle? That's for your safety and to not disturb the animals. Packing layers. You'll thank me when you go from a chilly morning to a blazing hot afternoon. And the most important one, listen to your guide. Seriously, they know what they're doing, and their knowledge is what makes the trip both safe and spectacular. And hey, if you want to take your trip from just great to truly unforgettable, here are a couple of pro tips. Do a little homework on the local wildlife before you go. It makes every single sighting that much more exciting. A camera with a decent zoom lens, total game changer for your photos. And don't forget to ask about other activities. There's more to it than just game drives. A walking safari or a cultural visit can add a whole other layer to your adventure.
You know, I want to leave you with this one last thought because to me, it's the most important one of all. This isn't a theme park, it's the wild. And when you're there, you have to remember you are a guest in their home. Going into it with that level of respect, it will completely change your perspective and make the whole experience so much more meaningful. So there you have it. You've got the building blocks now, the destination, the timing, the style. The only thing left to do is to start planning. Your incredible adventure is out there, just waiting for you. So where will you begin?